Ferenjis from Salem, Oregon, obviously. Who are you?
What am I? Alright. My name's Trevor Fisher, and I play guitar and do most of the vocals on the tracks. I also do a decent amount of the composing and writing for the group.
I'm Peter. I play bass or drums, depending on which song. A little bit of vocals there, and a little bit of songwriting. A little bit.
My name's Andrew. I play synths and keyboards and some songwriting.
And I'm Jason. I do the opposite of what whatever he's doing, and do a little bit of the writing, definitely some of the singing, and a lot of the technical work too. Technical work, a lot of the live performance aspect, as far as like running our own sound or doing home recordings.
Okay. So you do your recordings here then? Or
Yeah, well,
you said yeah.
We've done it in a few places at
Yeah.
this point. We're in the midst, not in the midst. We're at the tail end of recording our first actual album here, and we've recorded in a few different locations. So we've attempted to record, I guess, in a few different locations. But we did do some here. Some of the keyboards, because you don't really need a studio space for that. It just all plugs right in.
Yeah. So everything so far has been all in house. Or when we came out with the Live from the Space, we just got the live recordings from the board from the space. I edited that up, and then we sent that out to all the usual large platforms online, and so that was like our first recordings. But yeah, I've been taking care of very much all the audio that you hear from us. We have the Smith sessions as the other one.
Okay.
So there's
Which was, I think, 2 tracks that we did recorded in Smith Hall.
for the
Over there.
Smith sessions.
Yeah.
And
At
what
Western
is
Oregon University. Smith Hall, wherever that is, at Western Oregon University.
Yeah.
Props to them for letting us use their facilities.
I guess I should say that's the 2 exceptions. Both those songs were recorded and mixed, mastered by Adam Lansky, who we really appreciate doing that, because he hit us up for that and really wanted to work with us. So.
Yeah, so the 3 of us, I guess, met probably for the first time playing in jazz and concert bands in college together. We went to Corbin here in Salem. College, then university. Anyway, went to Corbin together, all in the music program. Played a lot there. Lot. And, while we were there was a couple different permutations, I guess, of us as a group. There was a very synthy, dubsteppy kind of glitch hop project that started with me. I kind of phased out after a while. That was called Cooper Wellington, which pretty good success. These guys ended up playing with, I want to say, Lil Jon and Bass Hunter at one point. 2 different shows. He was,
I was at that concert.
That was great.
That's right.
In attendance.
That's right. You went to those
Unrelated.
shows.
Just happened to be there. And then that happened for a while. These guys were also in a different band.
The
called
Whales.
The Whales, yeah.
That we actually played shows with you and your group at the time with Nick.
Yeah, because when I was in high school, I was in an acoustic duo with my friend Nick, and it was called OK, like OK, and then a question mark at it because we were cool.
Because everyone loves a name you have to explain.
Yeah. And so then, we actually ended up playing a bill together when they were the Whales, and we got to open up for you guys, which is really cool to see how that foreshadowed us eventually coming.
Yeah.
I probably helped them move their gear with my truck. So
Actually, I'm pretty positive you did.
Yeah, a few times probably.
I was unofficial roadie for the Whales. But then
There was the metal project for a second with the 3 of us.
We did like one show as like this grungy, weird metal thing. A lot of screaming.
Yeah,
it was
we're
real messy.
It was
It was a promise that we were going to play with the band we saw open for the Chariot.
That's
we
what
really
it was.
liked, and we're like, oh, they're coming from Atlanta. We have to get on the bill, but we don't play metal. Hey, here's 5 songs. We hey, sure.
Practice once. All right.
We practiced once. We recorded it in my garage area at my house I was living at, and we played the one show, and that was it. And they didn't even show up. So
they bailed. They bailed.
It was
It
a fun. It was a fun
was
time.
fun.
It was really cathartic because it's just thrash.
Yeah.
So
But following on the heels of that, the three of us wanted to do a decades night at the Space, right? It was like the 2000s decade night.
Well, we did do the one before that was the 90s.
That's
90s?
right. We did the
Yeah,
90s one.
So we did the 90s one as the
We did the
Beastie
90s
Boys, and then the 2000s ones came around. We were available for it. We're like,
We still
let's
played.
do the Killers, but we need a fourth, and that's where Trevor came in.
He was learning piano from Andrew
At the time, yeah.
Yeah. So we had that connection, and eventually, like, I was kind of wondering, like, how it's going to come together, because I was like, oh, I've never really played with a group like this before, especially with cover songs.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, I'm just going to kind of go for it, because I was studying music, and that was going to be my career, so I'm like, I need to push myself to be in these kind of situations, and ended up really enjoying playing with these guys. And eventually, when we played the gig, we're like, no, we're really tight together, we should do something with this. And then, now we're here.
Yeah.
We're here 2.5 years later.
Gosh, really?
Jeez.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Too, but like this is one of my main passions right now too, is being able to funnel everything into this. And yeah, I mean, I can't see myself doing anything else, so it's kind of the main thing that got me through a hard time, so I want to continue doing as much as possible.
Yeah, no,
we're taking this very seriously. we
Yeah.
want this to work,
Yeah.
both like financially as like we want it to be like we want it to be real. Like,
Right. Well, it's something we've all been around, right? Like, we're those dudes who grew up like, oh yeah, being in a band would be so cool, but not to just that, just saying it. Like, now we're actually doing it. And seeing that we can actually do it successfully, which is actually probably largely in part to our manager currently as well.
Yes.
We do need to give her props and a shout out. Katie, Peter's wife, has stepped in as our manager recently and kind of really changed the face of how we have operated as a business going forward, and shown us that like we actually can be successful, like in terms of like what our parents would consider successful as a musical entity.
Apparently, if you take responsibility and act like an adult, things go better. It's weird.
It's super
I didn't
weird.
know.
Yeah.
It's not something we're good at. Like, coming up with band names is always like the worst, right? You always ask people like, where'd the band name come out? Yeah. For us, it was a friend of my wife's. Her name is Andrea, and she's kind of splits her time between here and Ethiopia. And Ferenji is an Ethiopian like slang term for outsider or beyond the border. It comes from it's just kind of an amalgamation of the word Frenchy, like a French person, just turned into Ferenji. And we do get a lot of Star Trek association with that name because of the race. Which
The
one is it
Ferengi.
from? No,
It's from Deep Space Nine.
thanks.
That's
man.
right, yeah.
And the origin of the name of the alien race from Star Trek is the
Same etymology.
Same origin. So we are coming from the same place, but we're landing on a very different place.
When we played as the Killers, because like the most recent like iteration of like the three of us was the metal band, so we called ourselves Federal Way for that. So
'Cause that's where
we
he's from.
jokingly were like, I guess we're Federal Way for this iteration when it was the four, but we weren't like making that official. It was just kind of, well, what do we call ourselves for tonight? But I think that's about it. Like we were just kind of unnamed for a minute.
eventually I want to start getting these guys too of adding more lyrics, because we've done that before. Like we try to do a writing session where we got more lyrics in, but it's really hard to do that kind of thing.
So
So
we're
I
all pretty new to it too,
Yeah.
because I mean, like you were just saying, like this is your first iteration. I've never tried writing lyrics, or I'd always been in a position where I'm just doing background vocals, harmonies. So it's basically like they have an idea and I just copy it. So it's like the idea that I'm now writing my own lyrics and coming up with my own melody lines to attach to the songs. It's been really fun, but really challenging. It's
really
pushing me.
stressful.
Yeah, but now we got a track coming out on the record that you wrote all the lyrics for.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
what's been cool through this process.
Yeah.
Yeah, the plan is to
Well,
release it. We've got we got it set up. We're going to release it at the Space on July 13th. I think that's a Saturday.
Gonna be a fun
Yep.
show.
And we're currently talking to the Arbor
Yes.
to be on that bill with us. Which,
I would
if
love
you
that.
don't know the Arbor yet, look those kids up. They're
I saw that
thrash.
for the first time on Make Music Day on Friday, and yeah,
They're
really good.
super good.
More plugs.
Yeah, the record will come out on July 13th, and it's been kind of a fun journey getting that put together.
Yeah.
It's a way to.
Fun.
Tell us all the different places we can find you, connect with you, all that stuff.
I would say good place to start is theferenjis.com.
Oh,
I
yeah.
worked pretty hard on that one.
Looks so good.
Oh, thank you.
And that'll link you out to all of our social media and streaming and all that.
Yeah, it connects you to all the YouTube. You know, you can type in the Ferenjis into YouTube. You'll get all of the stuff we were on CCTV, as well as like all the stuff that has been submitted to Spotify, iTunes, Tidal, SoundCloud. Oh gosh, there's so many. When you go DistroKid, there's like add all 150 stores. So whatever 150 those are, I've already said that like the
Your
main.
favorite streaming
Let's
Yeah.
name them all right now.
I will
We
s-
are probably on your favorite
Coming to a
streaming site.
website near you.
yeah. Yeah, we're the Ferenjis, Jason again, and well, I guess if you're listening.
I'm Andrew again. We're going on tour.
Yeah.
We got an album coming out on July 13th. We'll be hitting 21 cities after that. Hopefully a city that you are in or near you, so you can come hear what we do.
Yep, I'm Peter, still, never stopped. And we got our album dropping on the, I don't want to give the wrong date, 13th
Of July.
of July. Yeah, no, it's of June, somehow. It's a time travel album. Catch our album, 13th of July. Big show at the Space, gonna be lots of fun.
All right, and I'm Trevor.
Thank you.
Hey, dig in on that one, man. All right.